to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this momentous Friday, you know Fight Night Friday has happened. We had so much fun on Frontline Fighting Streams. Yeah, the name is changing. Everything about it is changing. It's going to be a complete fight channel. And I know you're like, what the hell is going on here? Hey, if it's your first time finding the channel, well, you found your new best friend, me, the King. If you love Xbox, you love everything that goes on in the industry, well, this is a one-stop shop for what you like. You have found Utopia. Now, I would like for you to take my invitation and become a sub. Hit that like, hit that sub. Become a member if you so wish. If I don't enthuse you, then, hey, I didn't do my job. But we got news today. We got something about the leak on the Steam Deck. So I want everybody to buckle up, buckle in, and get ready. And let's talk about all the wonderful stuff that is going on today. Now, this is something that hit my timeline that I thought was pretty good. From Ace Magic. Ace Magic presents mini PCs inspired by the NES and the PlayStation 1. Retro shells conceal the Ryzen A1 465 up to 64 gigs of RAM and up to 1 tera of SSD storage. 4 tera of SSD storage. And they look really dope. I mean, like, retro computing is steadily getting ever popular. What Ace Magic, maker of the diminutive computers, probably thought, why not combine the old with the new? The company's new mini PCs come with a homely beige and gray styling reminiscent of the NES and the PlayStation 1 consoles, but are stuffed full of modern hardware. This stuff looks really cool, man. Listen, I personally, this is what the Ace Magic looks like, the many dimensions of what a mini PC looks like. If you're looking at it, this is pretty much probably how the new Xbox will look like. But with these custom casings look really, really cool. Look at that, man, with the on and off button. This is the HDMI. Yo, look at all of those inputs, man. With the power button. Man, this is cool stuff to have. Shout out to Ace Magic for putting this together. Stuff looks really cool. And this is what the Ace Magic looks like, the console itself. Shout out to them for knowing that there's an industry that wants to keep, in step with the old as well as the new. It's beautiful stuff, man. I'm not going to lie. I actually like this a lot. Well, the Steam Machine price leak has gamers horrified, with some people saying, I'm good. This is brought to you by Juan Moore over at Screen Rant. Now, the Steam Machine price leak has gamers on edge. Who has this kind of money in 2026? Well, I'm just going to give you the facts as they are presented to me. Valve announced the Steam Machine officially last year, positioning it as a powerful PC that you can plug into your TV and run Steam from it. Now, they're getting a little bit overboard with the powerful PC stuff. It was just a PC mini or mini PC. And it says it's expected to be 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. Okay, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. 6 times more powerful, doing what measures and what conditions. With a semi-custom AMD Zen 4C 12T up to 4.8 gigahertz with a 30-watt TDP. With a GPU, semi-custom AMD RDNA 3 28 CUDA cores of 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM, 2.5, 2.45 gigahertz max sustained clocked at 110 watts TDP. 16 gigs of RAM, DDR5, 512 gigs or 2 tera of NVMe SSD, high-speed micro SSD card, the USB 3.2, USB 3.2, USB, and the Steam operating system. Now, what we're hearing is that there's two models. The first 512 gigabyte model, boy oh boy, is coming in at 950 cash, and the 2 terabit model is coming in at $1,070 respectively. Now, Linus Tech previously speculated that the Steam machine could cost a minimum of $600 and manufacturers could sell it at $700. I was optimistic with the $500 price tag and the $600 price tag. This is not looking like anything that we said. With gamers thinking twice at this price, he says he can't blame them. What price point did you have the Steam machine coming in at? Because I damn sure ain't have it at this. Boy, stuff is about to get interesting. Apparently, the Switch 2 sales have reportedly struggled over the Christmas period. Nintendo hits its first hurdle. This is brought to you by Ollie Reynolds over at Nintendo Life. Now, I don't want everybody to get so worried, but a few weeks back, we covered news that U.S. suffered its worst November since 1995 in terms of consoles and hardware sales. It was reported by Game Business. The Switch 2 wasn't immune, with sales down 35% in the U.S. compared to what the original Switch delivered at the same period during 2017. Now, what I'm going to tell you, 2017 was a different time, a different place, a different entity compared to what's going on right now. So they're slightly better in the UK, though not by much. When comparing the same periods of time, Switch 2 was down only by 16% compared to the original Switch. It does, however, seem like a lot more people brought the Switch 2 during its first few months on the market, and overall sales in 2025 was actually up by 6% compared to the original Switch. This is why I'm trying to tell you that this stuff offsets, but as the year progressively went on, I can tell you that financially, we had a complete downturn. So I'm not going to look at the Switch or the Switch 2 as they are in trouble. I think it would balance itself out, especially during tax time. So, me personally, a lot of people is going to say that it means something. I think this is more of a nothing burger. The only console that was on sale was the PlayStation, and it really wasn't a sale. What they did was they raised the price of the PlayStation by $50, and by the time Black Friday came around, they dropped the price by $50 to make it seem like there was some type of sale, some type of deal. It actually wasn't. The Switch didn't have to inflate numbers to deflate numbers in order to give some artificial sale enhancement, and Xbox stayed pat because they actually sell software. So the hardware is secondary to their gains when it comes to market penetration over at Xbox, while PlayStation is dependent on hardware sales in order to appease their shareholders. This is all a shareholder bluff, guys. So don't fall for anything that you see here. The banana in the tailpipe, forget about it, bro. Now, a lot of people has touted the Steam machine, the Steam Deck, the Steam frame as the savior of the industry. First, I want to thank each and every last one of you for lasting this long in the video. I drop videos daily, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. Set your clock to it. But I thought that the Steam machine would come in at a different price. The leaks have me quite concerned. I'm not going to lie to you. I personally feel that $950 is quite egregious and $1,070 is insane, right? So for a device that is meant to be an add-on for most, I don't understand the logic in the pricing. But again, this is deja vu all over again. The first Steam machines came out at an exorbitant amount of prices. If anybody brought the Alienware one, I still have one. It was a costly piece of tech. And it seems like this new Steam machine didn't learn the lessons of the past. The operating system doesn't give you carte blanche to defecate on your customer. With Linus Tech coming out and pricing out each individual component to the device at somewhere between $500 and $600, with them possibly selling it for $700, we thought that the price point would be something that made sense. Well, apparently, this is not to be true if the leaks are to be believed. But what I can tell you is, I personally hope this is a lie. I was looking to get one, but not at this price. For that, I just saved my money for the overpriced Xbox hybrid console that I'm telling you, if this little thing comes in at this price, that Xbox is going to knock your socks off. And the numbers that I was hearing, I don't ever want to repeat those because I don't want those to be fact or reality. But this is the news that I wanted to bring you. Something quick, something light, nothing, too much. So this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you to like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I hope you had fun at Fight Night Fridays. That's on my sister channel, Frontline Gaming Streams. It's going to switch its name to Frontline Fighting Streams very soon. FFS. Working on a whole big everything. Everything is going to change. But hey, like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Bing, bing, pop. We go live tomorrow. We're going to talk about this, what transpired today. We're going to talk about this. We're going to have some fun with this tomorrow on a live show. And if you want to talk about it, hey, jump in. And we'll definitely get to either debating or having a conversation about it. But I want you to do what I try to do, what I always want to do every day. That is go where gamers game and winners win. And try to play the Game Pass.